here at Cat's Track in Leatherhead. I'm just doing a little track walk before the Josh Spinks training day. There's 3 groups. There's like kids, experts, kids, novice or inters, and then there's adults, so should be good. I've ridden around this track before. There's decent sized jumps for a beginner like me. Yeah, it'll be good to learn how to actually take these turns and these berms, and I still haven't got that jump over there, that really a big one, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Here's my 250. I put the 22 front end on it just because the other plastics on it were like trashed anyway. Put these decals on, fresh. I need some new graphics, definitely. Look at this. Yeah.
Go over the jump in one more up.
Right.
So it's a bit smoother, and then obviously you do a gear change down.
Yeah.
So you end up in a gear higher than around there.
Yeah, because that ended up being a first and that one.
Yeah,
I was like,
if you go down for no reason, then you just
okay.
Go.
Cool.
But maybe because that's a 250, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it'll be smoother in a high gear back there.
Okay.
Than what you want.
All right. Thanks.
We're saying that, like we say, the general habit we're going to build for the extra speed into the corner is gear before brakes, but only if you need the gear. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you come out one bit, you're only going so fast, and the corner's about the same speed. You're not doing a gear change down for the sake of it. But it does, if you need to do it, it's before the brakes, definitely. So if you was to pick a brake that is your least favourite, pick that, and I think just do a few laps now without pushing it too hard, just using that one brake to become more comfortable with that brake. Back to the brake situation. It should feel a bit weird actually, a bit shit, because you're using something that you don't usually use much of. But the idea is, they're like drills, like you'll see them in America, they do like one-hand drills and stuff like that, or they do no-clutch drills. And all that's promoting is just getting comfortable. Essentially, if you're not using one of your brakes, it's a bad habit. So you're breaking bad habits by doing stuff like that. And if we want to be able to power, like come off this jump here, high gear, get the bike straight, really burst power, and where your normal line of shutting off is, you're still flat out past that. The only way you're going to control the bike and slow down enough to enter the corner safely is to add an extra brake. So how do I control this bike now with some extra speed that I'm not used to having? and be sensible. Like, you're only pushing a little bit past your comfort zone, but it's like if you do shut off, stand, like we said, gear and both brakes, you can slow your bike down very quickly if you do it in that order. So I want you to feel that you can slow your bike down, because like we said, the first thing we said, to build speed, you've got to be able to slow down, and that's what it's been about. That's it.
The only times I get it right, I'm then like 100 metres away from the corner still.
Yeah.
Like, I'm coasting for ages.
Yeah.
It definitely takes some practice.
But that's like, yeah, it does to take time. Not to confuse things even more, but gear change, both brakes nice, and then that technique will get you out of trouble on really, like, you know, like winter conditions where the ruts are a bit like penny out. Having your finger near the front brake for probably that first half of the corner is key. Even like at the weekend, a couple of times I come into a rut and I was carrying good speed, but I don't know if I just tapped my foot on the floor or I lost a bit of balance and the bike stood up just a little bit. I needed the front brake just to slow my speed down so then I could put it back in. So although I made a mistake, I stayed in the line. If I didn't cover that front brake, it would have come up with the extra momentum and I'd have had no control. I'd have gone straight over the top of it. If you shut off late enough, you need the brakes all the way until the corner. So then when you're at the start of the corner, you use your throttle again. So yeah, it's one or the other. But it takes a bit of time. Yeah. Don't expect to just do that straight away, but that's the theory of it. You're going fast.
Since I've been more brave now after learning how to slow down more, I tend to overshoot that because I think I panic. I'm like, oh, I know all this new technique, and then when it comes to it, you're like, oh shit.
When you start, you use a lot of back brake. You almost at the slowest point when you're getting close to the corner, you have to have the clutch in just to touch.
Yeah, I've stalled a couple of times.
Just a bit, obviously it stops it.
Yeah.
Try to clutch a little bit. Is that just a short lever then?
Yeah, it's one of those stunt ones where it's like one finger.
Quite cool. Yeah, I noticed it earlier. Originally I thought you just snapped it off.
Just like kept running it.
But then I noticed it's rounded at the end.
Yeah.
We've got a file on that.
Yeah.
Like I say, there's a lot of new things, so don't expect it to just feel, I mean, it doesn't work like that unfortunately, but some things might feel better, some things not. If you keep working on it, it will, definitely. I think with experience and time you learn to feel, more. When I'm using the brakes I can feel what the tyres are doing, you know what I mean? So you're almost treating the back brake the same as your front. Yeah, because we don't skid the front, we know that. You can't do that, so same thing. But again, if your back does skid a touch, it's not the end of the world because you can control the back, you can't really control the front end. So, but yeah, like I say, we've been through a few points, whether it's covering the clutch, even covering the front brake, which is a weird thing to get used to, I know. Like, just pick a couple of things and just go at it for 10 minutes. Just get the laps in now, and that'll be it, won't it? Yeah.
Sweet. So yeah, I've stopped slightly early. It's been a good day. My graphics are falling apart, but I'll be refreshing that soon. People are still out there, but my hands are done. So yeah, it was a good one. Probably the best training session I've had.